Good morning, this is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing, seeing mostly cloudy conditions to start the day today with some mild temperatures. Overall, should see a mostly dry day here at Wallops. We will have a chance for some pop-up showers or thunderstorms to occur, although that will be mainly north of the local area. And then as we go into the evening, we'll once again see a chance of a few passing showers or thunderstorms, as well as a chance for some patchy fog or low cloud to start our early morning tomorrow morning. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we have this weak area of low pressure off to our northwest with a fairly stalled boundary draped across the region to our north. And we'll see that linger around as we move through the day as well as into tomorrow before we'll start to see that pull off. And then this system will be tracking across the north and bring a cold front through the area late Saturday that will bring a relief to some of the above average temperatures we'll see the next couple of days. Looking at current conditions this morning, just a few clouds around 2,000 feet, broken at 12,000 feet, with some slightly reduced visibilities and some mist being reported on the ASOS here. Seeing those winds out of the south-southwest at 5 knots, temperature at 68 degrees, and our relative humidity is at 93%. Take a quick look at the local radar here. We can see not really tracking any issues across the local area. A few light radar returns with a possible light shower, but passing out of the area. And again, expecting dry conditions as we move through the day today and into the afternoon, expecting a chance for some pop-up showers mainly north of the area. We'll look at the current visible satellite as well as the composite radar just to show still keeping shower activity out of the area, but we'll stay with some mostly cloudy conditions through much of the day today as that area of low pressure spins, and we'll see those clouds continuing to spin into the local area, possibly seeing some partly cloudy conditions as we get more into the later afternoon and evening time frame. We'll take a look at our high resolution model here, see how we can expect things to play out. We'll see dry conditions, picking up on some of that light radar return this morning, but dry conditions over Wallops as we move through our morning hours. Getting into the afternoon, we can see some radar returns popping up, mainly up towards the Ocean City area, and a lot of the models have been honing in on that area for the chance for some pop-up shower and thunderstorm activity. So again, expecting that to stay north of the area. Can't rule out one of those showers trying to pop up a bit further south, closer to Wallops, but overall expecting mainly dry conditions with just a slight chance of a thunderstorm in the vicinity during the afternoon time frame. As we get past the 1600 local time frame, a lot of that activity should start to dissipate. As we move into the evening, we'll continue with dry conditions until we get into the overnight time frame, mainly after midnight. As you can see, chance of a few passing showers through the region, so can't rule out a shower or possibly a thunderstorm moving through as we get through that overnight time frame till about 6 a.m. local, and then we'll likely see some low clouds possibly lingering around with the chance for some fog with that high amount of low-level moisture in the area to start the day on Friday. We'll start off similar tomorrow with mainly dry conditions around the area, possibly some patchy fog early on, and then we'll see a chance once again of some afternoon or evening showers popping up as we move through that overnight time frame as well. As you can see here, lingering into the first part of the evening and into the early morning hours of Saturday, and then we'll see that start to dissipate as we get into the start of the day on Saturday. Saturday we'll see that low pressure system passing well to our north. It's going to increase that pressure gradient around the local area. It's going to bring some breezy conditions, possibly seeing a wind advisory through the day on Saturday, and we'll see that front pushing through later in the day into the evening time frame, as we can see on the model here. Some of that shower and storm activity firing along that boundary later in the day, and that will start to push into our area. This particular model here not quite as bullish with the activity pushing through our area. However, we will have a possibility of seeing a stronger storm with this activity, as the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk for severe weather, but we'll be able to narrow that down a bit closer as we get closer to our Saturday. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we will see mainly green conditions as we move through our working hours and into the evening today. Just a yellow risk for lightning between the 12 and 1600 local time frame, with that slight possibility of that pop-up activity inching a bit further south. But again, as do expect that to occur more towards the Salisbury Ocean City area as the majority of the models are indicating. So looking at mainly quiet conditions, most likely as we move through our working hours in the first part of the evening this evening. We'll see our high temperature into the upper 70s this afternoon, so fairly well above average for this time of year. We'll see those winds out of the southwest, 7 to 12 knots, helping to keep things warm, and then shifting more southerly with like a sea breeze as we get into the later afternoon and into the evening. We'll keep mostly cloudy conditions around today, with ceilings likely remaining around between 3,000 feet and 12,000 feet at times as we move through the morning. And we'll see a break in that cloud cover as we get into the later afternoon before we start to see those clouds building back in, moving into the overnight time frame. Where mostly cloudy conditions, a chance for some scattered low clouds around the area, possibly some patchy mist. And we do introduce that yellow risk for precip and lightning as we move past the midnight time frame, with the possibility of a passing light rain shower, or possibly a thunderstorm as well. Will be mainly isolated, but with that could see some reduced ceilings visibility, so keeping a yellow risk for that as well. And as that activity most likely comes to an end around 6 a.m., we will have a chance for some lingering low clouds or patchy fog around the areas. We'll see some light and variable winds. Our low temperature staying fairly mild as well, with a low expected around 64 degrees. Tides are running normal. Our Friday we'll see similar conditions, partly to mostly cloudy conditions. At times as we move through the day, we'll have that slight chance of a late afternoon, evening shower or thunderstorm, with that daytime heating really cranking up, slightly breezy and warm, expecting our high temperature in the mid 80s, so well above average for this time of year. So yellow risk for precip and lightning again late afternoon and into the evening time frame. We keep that yellow risk as we move through Friday night into early Saturday morning, as the chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm could still potentially push through the area, particularly early in the evening. And then we'll see once again a very slight chance for some patchy fog as we get into the start of the day on Saturday. Mild low around 68 for Friday night, and then Saturday we'll see mostly cloudy to partly cloudy conditions, and that's when we'll see a better chance of an afternoon or evening shower or thunderstorm coming through, with that boundary pushing through again. Could see one of these showers or storms on the stronger side, as we have some better dynamic support for a bit of a stronger storm, so can't rule that out. So keeping a yellow risk for precip and lightning there, as well as a yellow risk for those elevated winds. We do expect some breezy southwesterly winds, and that's going to help those temperatures really warming up, trying to push 90 degrees, expecting our high around 88 degrees, so well above average, unseasonably warm for our Saturday, and that's going to help destabilize things with that shower activity as well. So that's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. to take a look at the extended forecasts. Enjoy your morning.